going on, squad? So today I'm going to talk to you guys about consistency, the glue that keeps everything rolling, the number one success principle, and how to overall be successful in any fitness endeavor, or to be honest, any endeavor that's going to make the quality of your life. Consistency is directly related to how successful ultimately you will be. And there's going to be a lot of examples in this video. For example, just now, how my camera wasn't consistently looking forward, so it's going to fall to the ground. Look at this wheel. But all jokes aside, it really is the glue. It's directly related to success. They're cousins. And I want to give you guys a couple personal examples. There's tons of examples. I'm sure that you have some in your own life. But in order to really tackle this issue, because it seems to be a really large issue, I'm going to break down exactly why it's an issue. So consistency is taking an action, a simple action oftentimes, and doing it over and over and over again until it becomes habit and you don't have to think about it. It's an autopilot decision. It's an autopilot action that happens in your daily life, just like a lot of things that you do right when you wake up in the morning, whether it's scroll on Facebook and look for 15 minutes before you get out of bed, if it's brushing your teeth, if it's working out for 20 minutes and then making a cup of coffee. All those habits are on autopilot. And that's something that you did consistently. Maybe you didn't even realize it or didn't put a whole bunch of effort into being consistent with those habits, but they can be either positive or negative. They can slowly take you out of the game or slowly take you to greatness. So whatever your habits are, you want to make sure that those habits, because that ultimately has everything to do with your consistency, you want to make sure that those habits are good ones, habits that are going to help you get to the next level in life. Really quickly, I want to go over a couple personal examples of consistency that I've had in my life to better relate and show you guys that it's not all about, being gifted or talented per se. I believe that anyone can get to any level in life if they really want it, as long as they continue to practice and they're consistent. One of the examples that I have is I know a lot of people know me for being very fit, and you guys have seen some of the videos already. And it's funny because, and I'm sure other athletes get this as well, that they'll get the whole genetic card. And by genetic card, I mean that other people will say, oh, you were just meant to have a body like that, or you didn't have to work as hard. And it's really funny looking back, and you remember all the times that you struggled, when there were days where you didn't feel like doing it, and no one else saw that. They didn't see the amount of work required to get you to where you are now. And it doesn't even have to be fitness. I'm just talking about anything. They only see the end result. So they see what looks like a magic bullet, and they didn't see sometimes the years worth of consistent work that you put in to get to where you are. Back in 98, I was only 8 years old at the time. I used to draw a lot, and I never really thought much of it. Drawing was one of my favorite things to do. It still is. I just don't do it as much. But I started in 98, and it really didn't take off much until, I would say, 2008, 2009. And this is consistent drawing. Like every week I was drawing something. And it got to the point where I just stopped tracing and I started drawing next to the image. And then after I drew next to the image, then I would work on things that I was not good at, like hands. I was awful at drawing hands. And then I would start to draw just hands. I wouldn't even draw the people anymore, so I would just draw the hands to make them look better. And then over time, I would start to draw the hands with the people, and then I would start to draw different images. Like, for example, I'm biking across this bridge right now. I would start to draw the people, just like the people walking towards us. I would draw those people, and then I would draw the people doing things like being on their cell phone or like looking out into the distance instead of just a drawing that was just still. And nowadays people look at my drawings and they see like the end result, but they didn't know all the 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Sometimes I'll go to sleep at 6 in the morning. I just got so wrapped up into drawing, and I didn't even realize what time it was because I was just focused on my craft. I was mostly in college at that time, about 21. So the momentum from all those years of drawing was really starting to hit that critical mass. But again, nobody really sees that unless you ask that person. The same thing with fitness. I started in 2009, and I wasn't really what I would call an overnight success by any means. What's funny about that is a couple of years before I really started fitness, I tried working out and I failed. I tried it for 2 or 3 weeks and then gave up, and then tried again for 2 or 3 weeks and then gave up. And I just thought that fitness was just something that was meant for other people. And that's the honest to God truth. I just thought that I was just meant to be skinny, and there was just nothing I could do. I mean, I would eat so much food and still be the same weight. And it was very frustrating. It's like I felt that not a lot of people could relate to me. And looking back now, and I totally understand when I have weight loss clients, I understand what they're going through from the opposite end of the spectrum. I totally get it. They think that it's just something that's just not going to happen for them. And the greatest thing about that is that being in this fitness industry, consistency really beats out anything else that you can do. Any more advice that you guys are going to see on this channel, this is the best thing. This is the best advice I could even ever give you, is to just continue to move forward. And even on those bad days when you don't really feel like going, go. And back in 2009, a little bit of me just felt like it's just going to be round 3, and probably going to not finish this one. But the be all end all decision of why I'm here right now making this video is it was a bit of curiosity. I attacked that last bit of negativity, and I just asked myself a simple question. And my question was, what will happen if I don't quit this time? That was it. It wasn't, I'm going to get super swole, I'm going to get super jacked, I want all this attention. It was simply a question. What is going to happen if I don't quit this time? And that curiosity drove me. I went every other day, not even knowing exactly what to do. I was just like, just move the weight, do something, and you'll figure out the rest of the details later. You don't need all the details in the beginning. Sometimes you just need to just act first and figure it out as you go along. And it seemed it worked. I mean, it took about a year and a half, and I got a little bit of a build, and it was what I call ignorance on fire. So I was getting what's called newbie gains, and after the newbie gains, I started to ask people, hey, listen, what should I do to take my game to the next level? They gave me a answer, and ever since then, it just took off. But consistency is what kept me there. Had I not been consistent in the beginning, then it would have been a disaster, and it just would have been time after time of getting all hyped up and excited, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Just to fall flat on my face. Another example is Instagram. I started seriously attacking my Instagram last year when I started this personal training business, and I had about 400 followers, and it was mostly through silly little uploads and posts and stuff, and I decided to change it into something fitness related only. And after I did, and I posted every single day, and I started to notice that it was going up little by little. Couple followers here, couple followers there, couple followers here. Oh, I got 15 today. Couple followers here, couple followers there. Oh, wow, 20. What did I do? Couple followers here, couple followers there, couple followers here. Another 15. And it just kept on going. But consistency is the glue that held everything together. Sitting here now, and it's April 14th, and I have over 3,000 followers, and that never would have happened if I wasn't consistent. Now, what also happened was I happened to meet some people who are very good at social media marketing, but had I not been consistent in the beginning, that opportunity probably wouldn't even have been there because I wouldn't have been serious enough to go get help. So hopefully that makes sense. Opportunities happen and opportunities come when you're consistent. And it's something that happens just throughout life. As long as you're consistent, everything will fall into place. Might not be immediately, but it will fall into place. So my challenge to you all is to stay consistent, be consistent, and give it 6 months of being consistent at whatever it is. If it's fitness or not, just be consistent. I want you to see for yourself what's going to happen. You will be very surprised, you'll be very happy, and you're going to feel good about you. And if you would like to, months from now, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below about what good things came out of you being consistent. I'm really interested. I love hearing about these types of things because I understand where you're coming from. I totally get it. And all those people that seem to just have it all, understand that that's not all luck. It was just being consistent and not seeing any results for a long period of time, and then it came. That whole silver bullet, the quantum leap, comes from being consistent. That's how you get lucky. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell if you want to see more videos like these. And love you, squad. Keep pushing, keep rocking. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.